Hey up Yorkshire Sim Guy here and welcome back to Maypole Farm. So since last episode I've got the AI worker going on this contract. He's cultivating up. I've moved this here ready to drop. I've got this contract going with the spraying. So we'll get this sorghum loaded in. That should finish that contract off and give us a little bit of a boosty bonus. Let's see how much we get. Nearly 3k. Not too bad, not to be sniffed at. And that is finito. So let's collect that for another 8,700. So 11 grand pretty much off that. 12 grand, which is nice. I need to return. Yeah. The whatchamacallit, the soil sampling thing. What was it? The Isaria Scout. Let's return that. So we now need to get some lime on that new field, and we need some fertilizer on others. So we're going to go with a Bredel, just because it can do the lime as well. Yeah, and we want the 6 metre spreading unit. We'll lease that. Where for that tractor? Yeah, so we're gonna have to run this tractor down to its store, pick it up, and then we can get this field lime, get the other two fertilised. And then I think all we need to do is just roll them. And then we're good to pass on to next month. And it's still raining. Literally this full month has just been rain constant. I wonder if it's just worth me having a little swizz. Is there any other contracts that I could just quickly bang out? Carrots, no. Beets. No. We're not going to mess about with peas or spinach harvesting. So that's okay. We haven't taken a loan yet, I don't think, either. Do we have any loan out? We've got 10k on the loan. Ooh. So we've still got 490 grand on loan if you want it, but I don't think at this point we need anything. Could buy another field, I suppose, but it would just be. I think animals would be more important at this point, getting the sheep and the chickens. But we'll get these two fields done, get the liming and the fertilising done. And then I think we'll have a look at getting some sheep. So we've got the grass ready to go. And the sooner we get them, the sooner we're going to start making money off them. But this guy is trying to overtake me. Yeah. So... Audi driver. Yeah, I'll go get this. We've got the lime back at the farm already, so we don't need any more of that, but we'll need some solid fert. That trailer's still there, I need to get that moved. Get this front way on front. Worker F has completed their task. That was quick. Which one was that? The spraying. Beautiful. So that's another 7.5 grand. Quick and easy, that one. Puts us up to 32k. Nice. Smashing some goals this morning. Right, 65%. I think that should do. Still got 4 bags of lime left. We've only got that one field to lime, so it should be enough. Shouldn't take us that long, it's only a little in. Just wondering, I know that field next to us were 100 and, what was it, 180k? 178. What would be the next sort of field we look at in regards to what we've already got? I reckon it'd probably be 80, 81. How much is 80? 130k, and 81 is 200k, but the yield potential is pretty low on that. That's a decent one for 130k. Is it worth getting a loan and getting that field? What's in there actually, is it? In 80. Is it peas or spinach or something? Green beans, yeah. And that one's peas, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, 85. It's a decent field, 108%. It's got oats in. They're probably going to be ready to harvest, which they're not. Wonder what the growth stage is there. Not going to be that far off, I wouldn't have thought. Yeah. Oh, they're withered. Okay. Could be another barley field though, I suppose, couldn't it? Come on, tractor, what are you doing? Right, let's get some lines up. I'm actually thinking, in regards to solid fur, instead of going down to store, can we just buy some through here? We can. What, 5,000 litres maybe? The problem is I don't want loads, because I wanted liquid fur in the end, really. Maybe we just buy it from there. Save us going to and from store. Right, anyway, we'll get this limed. Get this limed, and then... How many fields have we got to fur? Got a lot, thinking about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 fields to fur. Ooh. Just thinking best way to do this, to be honest. Do I just do it all now in one? In one big time lapse? Might be worth it, might it? Get this limed. Get everything fertilised. God, this tractor's taking the piss. It's moving like dead slow. Yeah, and then we can just roll. In regards to rollers, if I can find the... Where the bloody hell at rollers? Is that going to do the corner itself? Well, it bloody is. That's lovely. Wasn't expecting that. Going to carry on round as well. Right, rollers. There we go. So, we've got 300 horsepower. So yeah, we could do that, a land roller, but do we need it that big? 27 metres. Might just go with a 12.3. Yeah. 27 metres is far too big for our fields, I think, so we can get the 12 metre one on lease. Get everything fertilised. I can't believe we've just done the full headland on one without me having to change lanes. Didn't normally do that, so I'm pleased with that. Right, we'll get this finished off. I think we are going to load up that tank with solid fertiliser. Save us going to and from store. And then we can start fertilising then, I think. Yeah. Right. We'll get all this done on a time lapse. The liming and then the fertilising. And we'll see where we're at. That contract's taking its sweet time. Cultivating ones always do. So yeah, we'll get that done on a time lapse. We'll bring it back and we'll have a look at getting a roller. Right, just doing the last bit now on the fertilising. Wasn't too bad. We had to swap tractor halfway through that fifth field. It just doesn't have the horsepower to pull the spreader uphill. So I think that tractor is going to just be kind of relegated now to baling and rowing I think that's all it's really capable of doing at this point. And the Case Puma will be the workhorse of the farm, which is fine. We had to get fuel halfway through as well, so we took advantage of the fuel tanker that's there. Now, my only question is, we're massively, massively overcompensated for the amount of fert we needed. Can I put it back in this storage area? Or do I have to just leave it on pallets? Don't think you can. I did have a silo mod that could take, called placeable silos, it'd take fertiliser and all that sort of stuff. And you could put them back in, but I don't think you can on that. So we need to find a place to store this fert. I'd like to have it under cover somewhere. I think I've got an empty shed over here. Oh, what am I about? I've got these here, haven't I? Let's drop it in this then. But that Bredel spreader is perfect size for our farm. So I think next time we come to needing the spreader, we're just going to buy it. Because it's perfect size for us. It does lime, it does fert. And then we can just get a sprayer. There we go. We can just get a sprayer for the herbicide. So let's get that returned. Bredel. Nice. Okay. So what I want to do now, before we roll, I want to get myself some sheep. We've got 18 grand just over to play with. Right, let's have a look, see. What do we want? Do we want them at 8 months or do we want them at 3 months? How many can we get first off? 250. Jesus! Okay. We're in Ireland. So, Swiss, Stain Shaft. I mean, Welsh Black. How do we just go? 86 grand. Yeah, nowhere near that, are we? 8 months would be ready for reproduction, I suppose. Just how many do we go? Do we need to buy anything else? We could get 30. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get 25. Leave ourselves a little bit of money to play with. And then we can... Oh, look at them. I look dead happy. Grass is pretty long though, even if I do say so myself. So they'll breed over the next few months, and I think when we sell the silage, we can get some more then. So we've got 100% meadow. Let's get some grass in there. Ready for him. Let's get some nice food. We're going to need the smaller tractor. Where is it? Oh, it's still down here. So we'll get the front loader on this. We'll get a couple of grass bales in. And then we can have a look. I'm just thinking, do I roll this episode or do I roll next episode? That is the question. To roll or not to roll? I'm just thinking, I mean, rolling gives you, what does it give you, a 5% yield bonus? And we've only got 3 fields and they're not that big, to be honest. So I might not even bother rolling at all. Harvester will take a little bit of damage off the field stone. I might not roll at all, you know. I might just leave it. If it was all 6 of my fields, then yeah, but grass don't need rolling. Front work jaw. Grass doesn't need rolling. You can roll it, but it's a different roller to that one. So I'm just thinking, actually, let's just leave it. Let's not bother. Save yourself the time and the money. So that means then we just need to get some grass into sheep, and we can pass on months. Because all we're really waiting for now is the silage to be fermented, and then we can get that salt. And then it's just a case of waiting for the next, come on, the next crop of grass. And get that going. Right, so I'm thinking what, 1 or 2 bales. I can only carry one at a time if we want the tractor to tip. So, grass bales round 7,500 there, 16 of. Might as well take that one, the smaller one, first. See how much that gives us on the on sheep food. Up we go. Right. Sheep barn is over there to the left. I think the next harvest is going to be the next grass harvest is just going to be our silage. I think we should have enough grass here. Well, definitely will do at 16 bales. We'll have enough to last probably the year. Where does it even go? That's where wool comes out. I think it's probably this trigger point here. Yep. So how much has that given us? Oh god, barely any. Right, okay. So we're going to need a fair few bales, to be honest. Looking at that, probably going to be maybe 10 or 15, but we ain't got that many sheep in there. It can hold 250. So we've only got 25, so I think I'll just do 1 or 2 more. Probably do 2 more, and then that should do a couple of months easily then. Where are we? We are. So we got 77, 78. Yeah, we've got 78 silage bales on go. Shall I risk it? Try and take these two at the same time? Are we going to have a catastrophe? Get zoomed in a bit so we see what we're doing. Let's have a look. We can have a go, can't we? Okay. So that clearly didn't work. But to be fair, the one bay was nearly tipping us anyway, so we need a bigger rear weight, I think, for when we're moving bales around. They're cheap enough, a couple of grand, something like that. We don't need it right now. But for future reference, we'll get this last bale and then we can skip on to next month then, I think. That should be more than enough grass for 25 sheep, plus they've got the pasture. So they should be pretty happy, I'm going to say. And there we go, so yeah, 22,000 litres. So it'll be interesting to see how much is there next month, how much they've actually gone through. So we will pass on to next month, we'll come back, have a look at sheep. And then I think that'll probably do it for this one. Because there'll be nothing for us to do next month. We could do contracts, depending what's there. Let's get a snooze on. Hopefully the rain stopped, a bit time I wake up as well. Oh, we've missed a payment for financing. It's increased by 5%. What was that payment then? It's hard to tell because I think it will be under new vehicles. There's not a finance tab. I can't even remember what we've got on finance, if I'm being honest. I think it might be the tractor, possibly. Yeah, so they've used 1,000 litres overnight. So that'll last us a long time, what's in there already. They've already started on the wall. Half a pallet done overnight, nice. So that's an issue. Going back to the finance missed payment. Just thinking now then. Are we on silage yet? We are. 77 bales of silage. And is it the decent time to sell now? Silage. Where's my silage there? So we're at peak time for selling. Right, next episode we're selling silage. Yeah, definitely. We may have to look at swapping trailers though. Where is the sell point for silage? The gas station is the... Oh no. That's Barley Joe. Silage. So they're both the same. Biogas plant is the nearest. Where is that in regards to us? Oh, it's just there. So we'll come out of his farm, down the road. So it's a bit star. Yeah, I'm thinking we sell that trailer, buy another one. Probably the... Is it out in sale? Oh, nice, but not for us. Let's just have a quick look before we head off. I mean, that one. Unless I wanted to get cheeky with a mod. The Rat Pack is what I sometimes use. Because we can get a lot of bales on there. Yeah, I might go with that. I mean, it might be a lease. How much is a lease? £1,600. Yeah, I might lease that. Because like I said, when I do my next harvest, I want to have another crack at loading it myself. But anyway, that's a later me problem. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to help me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. City.